Hi everyone, I'm Karen. Today I would like to talk about black soldier fly, or in short we call it as BSF. How does this BSF help in bio-waste processing? Unlike most of the flies, they are actually the pest to humans. The BSF, which the species name as Hermetia illucens, plays a sustainable role in waste management for the waste industry players. And waste industry players will not want the pest controller come and disturb their pet. Yes, it is a pest to them. It's no longer a pest to most of the humans. So this PSF is actually a suitable insect for organic waste management. It enhances benefits produced in terms of waste conversion efficiency and product harvest in quantity and quality. How about the distribution area of BSF? BSF is of the Dipteran family Stratiomyidae. It can be encountered in nature worldwide in the tropical and subtropical areas between the latitudes of 40 degrees south and 45 degrees north. How about the optimal environmental conditions? It's just same with the rest of the species of flies. In warm climate, the ideal temperature is between 25 degrees and 30 degrees. If too hot, the larvae will crawl away from the food in search of a cooler location. If too cold, the larvae will slow down their metabolism, eat less, and develop slower. So how about the shaded environment? Larvae avoid light and will always search for a shaded environment away from sunlight. If the food exposed to light, they will move deeper into the layer of food to escape the light. So this point is actually very important if you are going to read BSF for waste management process. So the organic waste that you are going to allow for the BSF to consume, it has to be uh, away from the light exposure, and you can distribute evenly in order for the larvae to consume it. Let's look into the life cycle of BSF. The eggs normally is about 500 to 900 eggs per female. Okay, the hatch time period is about 4 days, and it going through a 6 insta larva stage, which the larva stage is first insta, second, third, fourth, and fifth insta. So during this insta stage, that is the most precious time where you want your organic waste to be consumed by the larvae. Okay, and that's where the harvesting process begins at this golden period. From the larvae, they will actually change to pupa stage and eventually will emerge and become an adult. And the lifespan of BSF adult is about 5 to 8 days. The female of the BSF will mate and eventually will die in a very short period. Let me go through the BSF biowaste processing. In this diagram, you can see very clearly from A to Z where you have the waste sourcing and what is going to happen to the larvae and the residue processing of the waste. So you see from the first diagram on the left is a waste source and they go through the waste pre-processing stage. And after that, the stage where your BSF, they'll combine together for them to digest and the product will be harvested from there. Okay, once the larvae of the BSF has consumed the organic waste, you will have the residue. So the residue, the balance of residue, they will pass it to the residue processing. And the larva actually is a very high protein. It's a protein. Well, we call it protein. You can call it protein, high protein insects. The worm, the larvae, will actually become the food for the livestock, for the animal. So BSF technology, what is the extractive treatment of the entire process? The waste biomass actually has been converted into larvae and residue. So what is the larvae is eating just now? So the larvae actually consume the waste. Okay, that is their food. And the larvae consists of 35% protein and 30% crude fat. This insect protein is on high quality and is an important feed resource for the chicken and fish farmers. Okay, if the larvae is consuming the waste, okay, which we given it to them earlier, how about the disease transmission? Feeding waste to larvae has been shown to inactivate disease-transmitting bacteria such as Salmonella species. So the risk of disease transmission is reduced when using this technology at farm level or when treating waste of animal origin in general. So the risk reduction is achieved mainly through material reduction, approximately of 80%, rather than through pathogen inactivation. And the best part of it is this BSF technology, it helps to have waste reduction up to 80% on wet weight basis has been demonstrated. And this bio-waste generation can help the cost for waste transport and space requirements for landfills to be reduced drastically. So we are consumer. We always like to throw rubbish everywhere. I mean, not everywhere. We like to throw the rubbish into the dustbin bin. So once the contractor come and picks up the rubbish, what happened to it? Most of the time, they will actually go for landfills process. And with this new technology of BSF, that is a very fantastic method which that actually helps us to reduce the waste reduction up to 80%. Okay, and it also reduces open dumping, and which is still an unfortunate reality in low and middle income settings. Okay. The residue. The residue actually is very similar to compost, contains of nutrients and organic matter. And it used in agriculture and helps to reduce soil depletion. The high waste to biomass concentration rate is up to 25% on wet waste, a satisfactory output quantity from a business perspective. There's no need for a sophisticated high-end technology to operate such a facility, and it is definitely very suitable for low-income settings that rely on simple technology. What you need is you just need to have enough space and rear your BSF, and the insects will help you to consume the organic waste. So with the previous presentation, I hope everyone can gain some benefit from me, and thank you.